expensive housing can be in Hawaii. A lot of our clients, first-time home buyers, are looking for affordable options on the island, and that's why we're here today. Where are we, Jay?
Today we're here on the west side of Oahu, which is D.R. Horton's master plan community, Hoopili. Hoopili. So, if you don't know, Hoopili is a master plan community by D.R. Horton with about 11,000 homes when it's done in 2040 or so. Access to Skyline Rail, 5 elementary schools planned. And you know what? It's just a paradise for mixed-use homes.
Pretty much got everything here. And today we're gonna go ahead and take a look at what's available right now, which is Alana and Kapili.
Correct. Right across the ways.
That way. On the other side of the main where we're currently at. So yeah, let's go take a look. All right,
cool.
let's.
Wait, you said,
I think,
said this way.
Okay, let's go that way. So as me and Jay are on our way to the other side of Hoopili across the Farrington Highway, I want to touch a little bit about affordability in Hawaii. It's no secret that right now with the political and economic climate going on in the US, the buyer's demand for home buying has gone down. At least right now, since interest rates are still considered too high and prices and inflation has decreased, but not as much as we had hoped. Although as realtors we really cannot predict the future, we really could assume that there's really no way to go but up. So for now, the best thing that our clients and our first-time home buyers can do, and the best thing that us realtors can do, stay diligent, stay informed, and get prepared, because opportunities may be coming sooner than we expect. So today you guys are joining us as we visit the sales office at Hoopili, visiting our boys Jarrell and Vernon as they give us an inside scoop and update with what's going on. So this is Vernon here. He's showing us a map of Hoopili, progress that we're currently at, what we can expect moving forward. We were here earlier. We're going to check out here and here. This is Alana and Kapili, both townhomes in the $600,000 price range and above. And so our first stop is Kapili, located closest to the freeway. Both of these new builds are still under construction, as you can see in this neighborhood. Now you can enjoy this walkthrough video with 2 local brothers, starting with our talented Jay. Enjoy. Hello? So if you're not from Hawaii, you may notice immediately that these homes are gonna feel a lot more smaller and tighter than some of the homes you may find in the mainland. Obviously there's a reason for this. First of all, it's because we're on an island. That means we do not have a lot of land, and we are trying to preserve much of that land. So policies are in place to make sure homes are space efficient. Instead of building out, we're building up. So these townhomes are gonna be a 3rd floor walk. Hawaii is also making more initiatives to go green, making homes more eco-friendly. Here we're walking up to the 2nd floor. You'll see a washer dryer stack here. And then that first bedroom equipped with split AC in its own bathroom. No. Pretty close, pretty close.
So close.
Drop, baby, drop. What's that one song?
Drop, baby, drop, baby. You're gonna put the music over it. Like
yeah, like you're doing it, yeah.
Drop, baby.
Going on up to the 3rd floor, you'll find the primary bedroom along with its own walk-in closet filled with all the favorite local brands. And then the primary bathroom with the double vanity sink. Decent amount of space in this one. Here's Jay checking out the temp.
It's getting colder.
What the? So that was Kapili. Now we're back on the main road of this side of Hoopili to see Alana. Also a third floor walk up, but this is gonna have that front yard here.
Hello. I think it's staging, bro.
Yeah.
Because their staging was really good.
Right. Oh yeah, it's not even plugged in. You got me.
Busy doing nothing?
Story of my life. So if you remember Jay mentioning at the beginning of this video of mixed-use housing, Alana is an example of this, where you would find this additional space on that first level that can be used as an office or maybe an additional separate units. In Hawaii, we call this ohana dwelling, an ADU unit. And so you see here, this would be the main front door to the home, separate from the ADU units. And on the other side of this hallway would be that garage and the back door entrance. Garage only has space for one vehicle, unfortunately. However, you could see that you can park two vehicles side by side right outside of your garage. So that's pretty good for this unit. Now, you did see that front yard earlier. Well, you do happen to have a separate backyard. Even if it's just a small patch, it's there. And then that back entrance that we saw earlier when we were going to the garage. Going on up to the second level, this is where you're going to find your main living area. Unlike Kapili, where you saw the second level being the additional bedroom, this is where you're going to find your main living area, and then that kitchen here on the side. A lot more open space, and over here you're going to find that small little cute lanai, whereas Jay and I were kind of joking in this moment, this would be the room where I would be if I ever do anything wrong. Third level on the Alana build will have two bedrooms right next to each other. I do have to say, Hoopili has stepped up its staging as of recently. I'm over here distracted by all this nice furniture that I know my girlfriend Kim and I would love in our own home. Come on, what is this? That's not intentional at all. It's like, what are we gonna do this?
They could have made the bathroom just a tad bit bigger.
I know, that I would have just done that. So this about wraps up our walkthroughs of both Kapili and Alana. Jay and I usually like to stop by one of our favorite local spots and hit up Pauanas. So here's us reflecting on Hoopili and our final thoughts. All right, Jay. So between Alana and Kapili, what's your opinion on them? Which one you like better?
They were both pretty good units. Similar price point. For Kapili, what I really liked about was the bedroom sizes. It was split levels bedrooms, which is kind of interesting. I've never seen that anywhere, actually. That's the first time I'm seeing it, where the first bedroom is on the second floor and the third floor is the master.
Correct.
Primary, sorry.
Yeah.
And then for Alana, I like that second floor just basically meant for your living
area, the kitchen. Yeah, it had a very spacious living area and kitchen.
What makes sense too is for us as, you know, technically small business owners, I'd like the Alana if I did want like a live and work space to be in all in one, because I like that where you can have your business run on the first floor and still have it separate from, you know, your own private spot.
I agree. I do agree with that. I think if it were personally us investing in a place, Alana would make a lot of sense for us. I did like a part of Alana that it had the yard on the back and the front side. That was cool. One thing though about Alana is that it is located on the main road of Hoopili on that side.
Right.
So if you don't like that, there's going to be a lot of incoming traffic where you're living there.
Versus, about that.
Yeah, right. Versus Kapili is more so the back end, well, closer to the freeway. But you don't really hear the freeway all too well. I think the
homes are really well insulated.
Correct. Yeah. Whatever windows they got probably the high grade ones. So you don't hear it at all when you're in there. So I don't think that's an issue at all.
What you want to prioritize in your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Which one would be better? We're kind of in that lifestyle, that era of ours where we're thinking about families. So what would you think?
Yeah, if I were starting a family or I already had a family, obviously Kapili is a good deal. You know, the bedrooms the more living, you would have more living space in the bedrooms when it comes to Kapili. It has 2 different separate floors, right?
I just wish you could like mix those two together and it would be the best.
It would be perfect.
Imagine having the flex opportunity of Alana, the living area, the kitchen area of that place, and then the bedrooms of Kapili.
Yes.
Bedrooms and bedroom sizes.
And you know what? We were talking to our boys, Jarrell and
Vernon.
Jarrell and Vernon. Shout out those guys, cool guys. But he made a pretty good point when we were talking about the flex homes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our brokers live.
Fries are here. Sorry, our brokers.
Our fries are here. So our brokers live in a flex home, and it was the original one, Kohina.
Yes.
That is the closest thing that the 2 of those combined would be, where it has the. Oh, you're good. You're good.
Thank you.
All right.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Kohina, the original flex homes, were a lot bigger, had that living area that was open, and it still had the flex home. So that's probably the closest thing that you would get where it's both of them combined. So that they did mention that, and they acknowledged that ahead of time. And yeah, we did see that, and we did notice that.
Now, talking about the releases of the 2 units. So Kapili and Alana, they're like the newest ones. I believe they're still selling phase 1 on both right now.
Yes.
And right now they're constructing Alana phase 2. So there's a lot of time for you guys to get in on this. Like,
absolutely. They were talking about they're building this, and it's supposed to be completed by 2040.
Yeah, which is crazy. We've seen it start from like...
It's been close to 5 to 10 years in between that span.
And it's crazy to see the progress that they're having.
They're going to have a lot more entertainment areas. Right now, they only have that in Hoopili, that area we were at where it's Sage Creamery. But eventually, they're going to have its own actual like shopping area, more catered toward entertainment. They're going to have that eventually as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely a place that we think that if you can buy into it early, which would be, within the next couple of years.
It's very smart. It's kind of like the more modern touch of a suburb versus where Eva Beach, where you kind of have to drive everywhere to everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it wasn't so hot on the west side, it is such a walkable neighborhood.
It is.
It is. Kuala Ka'i. So the main big commercial uses that are going to be in Hoopili, and they carefully planned that and included that kind of stuff in it, is going to be on Kuala Ka'i Parkway, which is adjacent to the rail line, the one that brings you from the freeway all the way down to Kamakana and Farrington Highway. I think they reserved a little spot in the corner where kind of Fort Weaver meets Farrington Highway. That's also going to be commercial,
right?
All commercial. So residential everywhere is not great if it's just residential. You need places for people to meet, parks,
right? Schools,
malls, shopping, hospitals.
What essentially you're talking about is having a third place, right? Besides working, besides living, there's that other bits of places you can go to and then have a lifestyle at and meet your friends and family. And we're seeing a lot of that too with all of our clients. I got a couple friends of mine already and clients that live in Hoopili, and they're all like connected and trying to build here together. So if that's what you're looking for a community, it really is one of those places you can go to and have that homey vibe, right? I mean, there's community in town as well, like Ward Village, but it's going to be a different kind of community, right?
It's a different pace.
Different pace, right? People are kind of there for a reason. It's more convenient. You're closer to the city, right? So you're not really going to have that same kind of community that you would get in a Hawaii suburb.
Yeah, I think Hoopili does a good job in blending the two. You get that suburban lifestyle, but also you're still not, disconnected from, the different kind of amenities that you would want and need.
Right. It's good. It's good. Thank you very much. All right, guys. So that concludes our video. I hope you guys liked it. We intend to do pretty much every other new build on the island, and we'll continue to do so. So you guys are well informed of what's out here. Don't forget to see Jay's video as well about the lifestyle of Hoopili.
We've talked enough about, different types of specs and what the Hoopili inside of the homes have to offer, pricing and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you want to know about the lifestyle you can have while living in Hoopili, visit my channel. But for now, don't forget to like, subscribe, to our channel. This is Vince. This is Jay. I'm talking in third person. And don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.